If you're completely new to Instagram or you've never run a business or professional Instagram account before and you want to understand the insights and analytics better, let's break it down to show you what is important, what you need to understand, and how to actually navigate through that. Hi, and welcome back to day 77 of 100 social media tips. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to navigate through your Instagram analytics to understand what is important and what you really need to pay attention to. I have this account here and I want to look at the insights and analytics. The first way you can actually access your insights and analytics is through this professional dashboard. You can just tap this right here in the profile and it will show you the insights within the past month. But another way you can go and navigate towards this is click the top right button here, and then we scroll down to For Professional section and click Insights. It will take me to the insights of my profile. I can adjust this here, whether that's 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, or even previous month or last 90 days. You can't see any analytics prior to that. So if you want to save this, I would recommend to just screenshot it and put it in a folder somewhere or in your gallery so that you know how your content is going over time. I do prefer the second way to see it just because it will look a little different compared to if you just go into professional dashboard and see your insights as such. In this section here, you don't really need to see all this other content like next steps, your tools, tips and resources. I would just stick to going straight into the insight section in the second way of viewing it. It shows you a clear overview of your content and how it is performing. So I would want to see this last 30 days and I can update that accordingly. And I can see my accounts reached, engaged, and total followers. That is an overview of your analytics on Instagram. In the accounts reached section here, in the simplest form, accounts reached is people that have seen your content. That is very different to views. Accounts reached covers everything from reels, photos, carousels, and even stories. See here in these analytics that majority of the accounts reached are non-followers compared to them being current followers. And this is great for growing your brand and getting more people to know about you. Underneath it, you will see impressions. Impressions are the number of times your content was shown to users. So it doesn't mean they've necessarily looked at your content, but it has been shown to them on the explore page or in the feed. There are just different ways that content can be shown to people, but they don't actually look at it. Next, I will see by content type. So you can see whether your posts or reels are performing better within Instagram. So for this client here, I can see that their posts are performing so much better than their reels are, just getting so much more reach. And all that reach is mainly non-followers compared to followers. You can scroll down and you can see the top content within the month, best performing posts, and also reached audience. But this analytics may not be necessary for all people. I would recommend looking at by top content, which one's performing the best, because then it can show you which content you should be creating more of because it is getting the most reach. And then the last thing we have at the bottom is profile activities. Anytime when people are looking at your content, whether that is any post or format, and they go into your profile, that is also tracked within your analytics. So you can see here that 6,000 people actually checked out the profile. The next part is accounts engaged. So if we look at accounts engaged here, I can see the amount of people that are engaging with the content, whether that's likes, comments, saves, or shares. And here you can see by content type, if that is followers or non-followers that are engaging with the content, and if that is posts, stories, or reels that are performing better. We can scroll down here and we'll see by top content, which content or posts are getting the most engagement. Scroll down even further, you can see the overall content interactions. What I'd really pay attention to is actually the post interactions and the reels interactions. So in these sections here, you can see which interaction is getting the most engagement, whether that is likes, comments, saves, and shares. For posts specifically, the audience are liking and saving the content more compared to just commenting or sharing on it. And then if we go down to reels, we can see that more people are liking the content, but also saving and sharing it. When people are sharing your content, it is showcasing that this video should be shared to more and more people. Shares are really important because that is how the algorithm is actually going to boost your content organically. What I would pay attention to is how the posts get a lot of saves, which means that they've been saving the post because they find it valuable, entertaining, or engaging, and they want to save this for later. I would look at the videos with the most saves and shares and recreate more content around that. Story interactions aren't very prevalent with this client specifically, but again, you can see which stories are getting the most replies or shares. So those are the engagement tools within Instagram that I would pay the most attention to. So then we go into total followers. So if we go into total followers, we can see here across 30 days how many followers this account has grown, and you can change this to 14 days, previous month, 90 90 days, and just update that and it will showcase that analytics. I'll just keep it at last 30 days because that's what we were looking at before. Here we can see it's green, which was great, which means that there was an increase in followers, and you can see the actual growth within the 30-day period. So the overall follower growth was 411, and the total followers that this account had was 639, and the total unfollows you have, it's 228. Honestly, losing followers isn't the end of the world because it actually is better when you do lose followers. There's a few reasons why. Number one is the fact that Instagram is always removing bot and spam accounts consistently. So those spam accounts aren't actually helping your account in any way. Having a big amount of followers is great for a vanity metric, but it doesn't help your content if people are not engaging with them. Which brings me to my second point. If people aren't engaging with your content and the followers that you have aren't engaging with your content, having the amount of followers means nothing, because the way that the algorithm works is that it showcases to a few of your followers and a few of your non-followers. If those that follow and don't follow you engage with your content, it will push out to more and more people, and that bubble will keep growing and growing. If the people that follow you don't engage at all, they're not helping your content being pushed out in the algorithm. So if you are losing followers, you are creating a community of people that actually will engage with your content, which is what you want. You can look at top locations and age range if you want to understand more about what your current audience is. Top locations isn't necessary specifically if you are showcasing your content to a wider audience, but if you are creating content that is a specific service or product that is only available in a certain area, this metric here might be really important to you to understand that my content is reaching people that are not in my city, that this is not relevant to them. And then you have to re-strategize your content there. Specifically for age range, you can understand what age range your current audience is so that you can create content that is specifically for them, that they are going to relate to or engage with. Creating meme content for like 18 to 20-year-olds, you don't want to create content that if your ideal audience is 40s or 50s, it's not going to reach them to the same capacity. Then when we scroll down into most active times, we will see the most active times our followers are active. This is the next important thing to take mind of, because you can see through these different days that the most active times of the audience is around 9 a.m. or 12 p.m. I would recommend posting at these key times because it means that the audience are more likely to see it compared to posting at 3 a.m. when no one is going to be looking at your content. Those are the analytics that you should be paying attention to, and I hope you found this information useful. That's it. Like always, keep creating, keep experimenting, and I'll catch you in the next video.